your history book. It's literally your culture book. It's written for you, to you, and by your descendants and your ancestors.
Yeah, left to you by our forefathers.
Asiatic, you call it what, the Asiatic?
Some people say Afro-Asiatic plateau, yeah, because it's in between Asia.
Do you guys believe in
Yakub? Yeah, you know that's basically saying that's how you say Jacob in like some sort of like Hebrew.
Oh, it's Jacob.
Yeah. But the story of Yakub comes from like some Kemetic like scientist, like saying he created the white man. But in actuality, the story is that Jacob and Esau were literally born together out of the same womb. Because it's talking about Yakub, who is like the big-headed scientist, right? But when you read the account, Yakub actually came out of the same womb as Esau. They were born together, but the Lord said there will be two nations coming out of your womb. So they believe that he created the white man, but in actuality, he came out of the same womb as the white man.
Yeah, they're twins.
They're twins. They're twin brothers.
Jacob.
Jacob and Esau, who is the white race today, white woman, man, and child. Because like everybody comes from a biblical identity, like right? Because the world was destroyed after the pre-Diluvian flood or the post-Diluvian flood, right? And only 8 people survived. So everybody would come from those 4 men that those men were having with those women. So everyone would have a biblical nationality, right? And white people, according to history, archaeology, and prophecy, what we can prove literally come from the man Esau, and we actually descend from Jacob.
That's amazing.
Yeah. That's why we have such this tie and affinity towards white people. Not only were we enslaved to them, but we have an affinity to them because they're actually our equal twin brother. Descendants of our equal twin brother.
Sometimes I find, I'm fasting, and the body does all type of things to the fast. And sometimes I find it's like, man, I'm not gonna make it through it. You fret. Okay, I'm just gonna get some water real quick. So you go to the water and you're scared the whole time. And what do? As a person who lands at sometimes you're like, this is my opinion.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? It's happened. It's a weird truth.
Like I said, and I forgot the psalm in which the Shahada comes from, but the Shahada comes from the Bible as well. Praying 3 times a day. We know that according to the annals of Samuel, that David prayed 3 times a day or something like that, right? So a lot of the paradigms and tenets that Islam does teach, they come from the Quran, which is older than, right? Because the Quran came out during 600 AD, when the Torah existed literally 1200 BCE. Right. That's literally 1,200 years before Jesus Christ walked the earth.
Do you guys use cannabis?
Cannabis?
No.
Not to smoke. And me personally, I don't do edibles. I don't do any sort of drug.
Yeah, I don't
androgynously anymore.
Edibles,
but
it's lawful.
Yeah, to eat edibles is lawful, but to smoke it and do shit like hookah and all that shit, that's idolatry. Right. Now, before we became new creatures in Hamashiach Yahushua, of course, brothers, I know I did. I smoked.
Oh yeah, I used to.
But I repented of that and stopped doing it.
I was going to say, that's big on my chest too. I want to warn, not warn, ask brothers not
right.
to keep our brain
contaminated, man.
Kind of bugged out too. You don't be like sharp.
Yeah, you're really paranoid. It's not what it's false marketing. You can't just move it.
Like why do you think your body coughs it up? Because it doesn't. Your body doesn't need CO2 to thrive. We're putting that CO2 in our bodies, and your body is naturally just coughing that shit up. Your lungs don't want that in. That's why you cough.
Yeah, I think so.
Thank you, brothers, man. You guys are very intelligent.
We be out here every Sunday, man. From at least like 11 to 12 to like at least 5 o'clock, literally being the latest if we're talking to somebody.
So are you guys have
We don't have a congregational home as of yet. We're building this campus. We're the real Christians. So colloquially, people be like, I'm Christian, but when you ask them questions about Christianity and do they keep the laws of God, you find out that they're not Christian.
They don't know much.
They don't know yet.
Yeah.
Because you can ask a Christian right now, is this God? They'll be like, yes. We don't believe that the Son of God is God, because he's the Son of God. So if he's the Son of God, he can't be God.
I was going to recommend a church. It's called Christ the Solid Rock.
I know a guy Solid Rock Baptist Church. I went to Mount Zion.
Nice.
But
Alright.
hey, them brothers are getting sick, man. I know. Pastor Jones just died. You heard about that? Yeah, Pastor Jones just died. So
How old was the brother?
I was like in his 60s, and that's just letting you know the terror of the Lord, man. Because black people, and that's also a curse on us too, living until like 60 and some years old. You know, during the different foods that we eat. But it's also the judgment of the Lord, man. Like him putting that predeterminalism on your life, man. You know, it says, "Woe unto the pastors that scatter the sheep," man. So
Stop by next week around anytime after 11. We should be around and come chat us up.
You guys are doing something intelligent, man. It's good.
that's right.
It's like I'm fasting right now. I feel bad. So,
That's right. That's
thank
right.
you, brother.
Feed the
You guys
sheep.
have a good one.
All right,
Yep,
brother. Have a good
shalom.
one.
Somebody said he was a fan of
Yeah, he was an artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense.
A while ago, like at least 15 years ago. At least like 15 years ago. Because I was in high school, what, 2013? That's damn near 12, 11 years ago. But, yeah, that's good. And I didn't want to read from that damn Quran. But, even when you read the surahs literally say, the prophethood and the priesthood was never passed from
Yeah,
Jacob
that
to
was
his
that was a cut right
Isaac,
there.
yeah.
Cut him with the own book.
So,
You can cut
bro.
and cut Ishmael up with
Yeah,
that.
demolish Ishmael.
You know,
That's why I be waiting. I be waiting for one of them to come up. I'll be like, bro, I got questions, bro. I got a cannonball.
Explain that, you know?
Islam, man. I got a cannonball for Islam.
That is
Multiple.
That's a serious cut right there.
He said that's just cut.
Cut
What?
himself with that. So,
Yeah.
You know, he thought he could.
Cause you can't, cause even they, I forgot what the hell they call them dudes, bro. It'd be like, who they go see in the mosque? What the hell they call them?
The Imam.
Imam, yeah. Prevalent imams, man, they believe Ishmael is their what's the name? Like they come from the biblical what's the name of Ishmael? But when you read the surah, it literally says the prophethood was passed on to Jacob and or Isaac and Jacob and his descendants. So it's you cut either way you go, man.
Yeah, that's
you
a
can't.
serious
You're not
cut.
gonna run
Yeah.
away from it, and then you can't inoculate the fact that Torah and all of its tenets came roughly 2,400 years from the 600 years, right before the Quran was even thought of. Bro. So all of the tenets y'all got came from the Torah.
You got my understanding, man. This thing was pretty much, it was already written before creation even started.
Right.
You know?
Right.
The Lord had this plan all the way down.
Right. That's the wisdom of the Lord. And that's a cut on the Trinity in Proverbs 8. He was like, I established thee from I was with thee in the beginning, like my instruction. That's that wisdom of the Lord. And it literally said that I was created from the beginning. So that's how we can also cut the Trinity too, by asking them, you believe in co-equality, co-existentiality and co-equality. Ask them, instead of Jesus Christ being created, which we can cut them off, was the Holy Spirit of God created? And we can go into Proverbs 8 describing that, because at the end of the day, the Father and the Most High God is the source. So if he's the source, of course the electricity that comes from him has to be a created thing, has to be an extension of him.
That's why he says the Word was God.
Right.
Because he came from God.
Right,
You know?
right.
Was.
And then they cut on John 1 because it says in the beginning.
Yeah.
And we know
Yeah,
Yahweh is outside of
language
space
for
and time.
like-
That's right.
We cut.
Thank you.
She said, yes, we look at a coffee for her, and then she left.
Who did? That lady over there?
Yeah, sure, did. Go to Starbucks.
Oh, she paid.
She
Brother didn't throw his cross away, but that's holding on to the rudiments of man.
He
man.
came back.
I really liked your guys' teaching, by the way.
No, that one brother. Thank you.
I disagree about like who it's for, but I totally respect what you got to say, and I think.
Thank you.
And I definitely, yeah, I mean,
All praise to the Most High.
Thank you, man.
God bless you.
Uh,
God bless you.
like the brother didn't throw away his cross.
Did you see him come back
Ultimately,
in?
no, he didn't. I'm just saying,
Oh,
I
okay.
wanted the brother to throw it away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it don't mean nothing to you,
Yeah.
you should be able to throw it away, right?
Well, let's go get the hammer, man. We can kind of
Break
beat
that
that
thing, man.
You know?
Because